Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We're coming to you with the Scarabus and social distancing. Hold on. You're actually over there.
I've got a sample of it. It's the Scarabus, and we're going to
test it. Aquavitae was the one that let me try this first.
Bart had the Scarabus in a blind tasting from Aquavitae. And in that blind tasting, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
This is a budget dram, basically. Bart, tell us a little bit about it, because I haven't had this. So I'm pouring a sample from your bottle. I haven't even tasted it or nosed it before.
All right. So Roy Duff, Aquavitae, sets me up with one of his unique blind tasting challenges. In that, you first start off totally blind. You just sample everything. You place it where you like it. I really, really liked this Scarabus, but I didn't know it at the time. I did not know that this was also one of the most affordable. Let me get the right side of the bottle on there, if you can see the lighting there. Bottles that I had in my sampling. And man, let me bring her up close so you can get a good look. Look at that. Even the artwork is kind of nice. To me, it kind of has like a subtle, not over the top compass box kind of feel, just with that art style. And I'm sure we'll work in maybe some photos here.
So I see, though, it's an Islay Single Malt. I thought this was a blend.
Right. Islay Single Malt, very, very nicely peated and to the point. I'm trying to see if it says specially selected. I don't think there's an age statement on here. Islay peat smoke and sea salt on the nose. We won't go into their flavoring profiles, but holy moly, did I really, really enjoy this in the blind sampling. So let's pour it out and just give our tasting notes.
Yep, sounds good. I already poured mine just from the sample bottle. So while you're pouring yours. Oh.
And now the hard thing is for U.S. buyers is this, as far as I know, is not yet available on the U.S. market. There are some folks that will, well, not in the middle of the coronavirus, but there were some folks that would ship it.
Yeah, and that bottle, matter of fact, is from the UK. We had to order that from across the pond. So, nose, first blast, reminds me of Kalila. Sweet lemongrass, vanilla custard, and peat. Grass fire type peat.
Great description.
Do what?
Yeah, great description. When you said grass fired, because I was going to say this isn't like the earthy peat. It's definitely grass fired's perfect, cream and like lemongrass on top of it.
Kind of a medium level peat, not even Ardbeg or Lafroy blast. I don't think yet on the nose anyway.
Right. And what really got my interest was definitely flavor profile. Although the nose is good, I'm literally salivating here as I'm getting ready. Now you're tasting now. I'll let you comment first.
Roasted peanuts was the first thing I got. Salty roasted peanuts. A pile of hay that's on fire.
Okay.
Smoking. There's some smoked meat in there. Smoked ham, lightly.
I love your roasted peanut analogy because you're right. It feels like it's that nutty. It's like a cooking roasting, but you're right. There's a strong nutty feeling in there. Very strong and rich. It's like you're sitting right amongst the fire.
What's the ABV I'm guessing a little higher, but not much. 43 or 45%.
I'm looking. Hold on. So it is 46%. Wow, it's all
46.
wrapped up. Yep, 46%. Of course, 700 milliliter bottle. 46%. They have a tagline: "Only those who Scarabus, but then of course seek shall find. Only those who seek shall find."
All right, I'm pulling a Bart on the Larceny barrel proof. It's not doing that much for me.
Really?
You guys, maybe I had higher expectations because you guys have been talking it up. It's okay. It's good.
Now in the UK, this runs like what, 40 pounds?
Yeah. It is a nicely priced bottle.
See, I get a lot of heavy smoke, and when you said what did you say, grass or prairie on fire? That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily remind me of the earthy type Ardbeg peat. Even Lefroy, it's not bringing out. Really, Kalila was the first impression I got on the nose. So, and I'm not sure.
But you're underwhelmed.
It's probably because you guys had my expectations so high. Everybody's been talking about this, and it fared so well in your blind. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It reminds me of Kalila 12.
Good. Yeah. I mean, blind, it really stood out. Of course, I'm having it just by itself here. You can't miss the smokiness. You got to say that.
There's a little bit of smoked meats, like I say, smoked ham maybe in the background. Maybe like that grass fire, that bale of hay that's on fire. You're using it to smoke some meat, and you're sipping some lemonade while you're doing it.
All right, I like that visual. I also get a touch of iodine here, which is, for some folks, they'll be like, "What?" But it's a little bit of that iodine twinge is in there. The way you put it best with a hay bale on fire, it's smoking meat is good.
Yeah. And you're standing there, you're drinking your lemonade, and you're eating a banana custard pie along with it.
First of all, I like the land that you live in. So let me break down the transition. The finish, I'm going to start from the end. The finish here, long lasting, smoky, savory. And I think that's where it really, really imprints itself from an Islay standpoint. That finish hangs around. It's still there. But it really makes itself known in those first 5 to 10 seconds after the swallow. I'm going to have to come in. I get that grassy note on the forefront, and I'm not sure. Let me come back in on the middle.
It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. I thought this was going to be, before even getting into it from everybody's description of it, I thought it'd be a low 90s for me. It's like an 87.
Oh, you are just wanting me to curse you out. That's what I can't quite see your score. See if you can angle it off a little bit.
Yes, I think it's.
Yeah, we're
there
a
we
little
go.
brightened. Yeah, there we go. We're a little brightened out. Nice. Okay, I'm calling a little shenanigans, but you can score it whatever way you want. So you know what? I don't see an age statement on here, but I'm going to tell you, and it's one of my favorite things about peated whiskey, is I like it young. I'm going to assume this is fairly young. If I were to just guess, I almost feel like I get a touch of the new make on there. If I were to guess, I might say it's 6 years old. I don't care about the age.
Sure.
But I wonder if that's what you're picking up. But I really enjoy, again, the peated transitions I get are there, and the lingering smoked finishes there. I like your whole lemonade custard thing.
Now, I was trying to find okay, so $40, yeah, or 40 pounds. I mean, you're looking $50 US in that range. It's worth it. It's good. Don't get, like I say, don't get me wrong on the score. I think I had higher expectations and figured it was going to be in the low 90s for me. It's good. It's an ex-bourbon cask. I think it's young as well, and that's where that grassiness, that straw type notes are coming out. Good overall, though, but price point, worth it. Now, we had to pay, well, you bought that one. I'd ordered another bottle from whiskeysite.nl. They're not shipping right now outside of the Netherlands because of the coronavirus. But I ordered another bottle, so we split shipping, which still you end up paying about $60 for that.
Worth it. Again, I'm leaning. So even standing alone, it peats itself well. It's not an earthy peat, but I can tell you when I tried it amongst these other peats blind, and I will always tell you, try your whiskey blind. Play with your whiskey. Challenge your own expectations. I think it stands. So here's the deal. With peated whiskey, I love the long tail. I love the long lingering finish that's definitely present here. I will tell you right off the bat, if you don't like smoky influenced whiskeys, I don't think you'll like this. However, if you like a smoky Islay whiskey, I think you're going to enjoy this and you'll appreciate the price point.
Well, and I was thinking, I thought I took a screenshot of it for a Scotch God shout out here that came in on the Larceny Barrel Proof. And I can't remember who it was, but I got called a snob for laughing at you for your score on the Larceny Barrel Proof.
Well, when I scored it, you like scoffed.
Well, I've done, that's not the first time I've done that. And it's not necessarily that I'm being a snob. It's some of it is showmanship just for the show.
Yes. And I haven't scored this yet either.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was going to ask you what your score is, but yeah, I mean, sometimes our palates are just different, and that's the point of that. Right. So sometimes Bart really likes something. I don't. Sometimes I really do. He doesn't. But
scoring this, I'm between I'm actually puzzling it, 91 to 92. And I probably will land on the 91. I just keep hearkening back to when I tried this blind and how much I loved it. So trying something blind, especially amongst other peated whiskeys, and then knowing how it compared has definitely makes me want to say it's a 92. But I'm going to stick with the 91, just having it here. I get a little bit of a salty seaweed on the finish now too, which is interesting. It's very good. The price point is great. I mean, I can still taste it now. So that's, but that's a constant with peated whiskeys. They tend to linger. So 91, but boy, am I tempted. I won't. I'm tempted to push it to a 92 just because I know how it stood up blind. But I love it here now. It's smoky. I do believe it's a little younger than normal.
I don't think you should score it based on how you thought it tasted 2 months ago. You need to score it on how it's tasting right now.
And I did 91. So what I told you was what's definitely influencing me is that in Roy's blind taste test, I know how it stood up against the 19-year-old Ardbeg Trevan, and it beat it. And I'm sitting here thinking, man, I'm giving it a 91, but I sure remember how well it hung with a top-notch peated class. So still 91. I really like it. If you can get it, definitely get it. Unbelievable price point.
About a 91.5.
I'm going to stick with the 91. I don't do all the shenanigans. But I would say that for those that are wondering, it's a 91 solid, and it's my blind taste testing, which usually isn't something that's in the mix when I'm scoring something because I haven't simply done the blind with it yet. Top notch, good stuff. I need to dive deeper and see what's going on here.
All right. Sounds good. No, good. I like it.
All right. Scotch It. You Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
W.